Hi everyone, welcome back to another session of LinkedIn Live with me, and I have an expert tonight as well who is joining us all the way from another part of the world, a totally another continent. So we're really excited about today's conversation because this is the first time we have this topic, which is about YouTube. Now, for those of you who's joining us, I can see the comments coming in already. Thank you so much. Hi Winston. Hi Shankarlal. Sorry about that. Let me know where you're logging on from. I want to know that we have some international audience joining us, especially me and the guest speaker tonight are already from two different continents. So I want to know where you're logging on from, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's going to be half an hour of great session, and especially if you have any questions with regards to YouTube and how to make money on YouTube, this is what we're going to address later during this topic of discussion. So now I'm going to start off with a very interesting question. Nothing too pressurizing yet. I want to ask you, and be honest, how often do you watch videos on YouTube? Do you watch YouTube every day? Maybe over the weekends at least? For whatever reason, okay? Some people like to watch YouTube maybe because they want to learn organization skills. Some people go on YouTube because they want to learn from experts or coaches sharing about personal branding. Some people are on YouTube because they want to listen to music and watch music videos. Doesn't matter what the reason is, you can keep that personal. Don't have to tell me. But I do want to know, how often do you watch YouTube? Videos on YouTube. And we all have this app, okay, this YouTube app on our smartphone. We all have it, no doubt about that. When you buy a phone, straight away, this YouTube app is already there. So it's really accessible, especially if we want to entertain ourselves when we go out commuting or, waiting for traffic. So we use YouTube for a lot of reasons where we don't just listen to information, we don't just read subtitles, but we also, see presentation. And sometimes YouTube have a wide range, okay, of inspirational videos, which is pretty popular, or funny videos, okay, that actually gets people attention as well. Okay, let's see. Daily. Okay, Joey Esim, you said that you are on YouTube daily. So you see, YouTube is not unfamiliar at all. And Winston says that he loves watching music and movies on LinkedIn. We are really living in an amazing time, okay? Last time, when we want to watch a movie, we have to pay tickets at the cinema. And now we can just watch trailers, movies, part episodes, all on YouTube. And I'm going to tell you honestly how often I go YouTube. So I go on YouTube probably about once every 2 days. And I usually like to watch YouTube before I go to bed. And I know you must be thinking, oh, what is Lisa's watching on YouTube? Is it music? Is it movies? Is it inspirational videos? Is it business videos? Okay, and to be honest, right, I watch YouTube for Game of Thrones. So if you are a fan of Game of Thrones, as I do, a mad fan, I watch a lot of documentaries about Game of Thrones. And, they are basically educating me about the history of the Targaryens or all the other houses, okay, in Game of Thrones. So I enjoy that very much, and I appreciate the people who put the content together. But that's honestly my reason for being on YouTube. Interesting enough. But I do have a YouTube channel myself. So do you have one as well? Do you have an account on YouTube? And have you stopped producing content? Or are you just having an account so that you can comment on other people's videos? So which is it? Do you have an account on YouTube? And have you ever posted at least one video over there? And how is that going for you? Or some of you probably have a consistent, okay, you have an account and you're consistently putting out content on YouTube. Hi, Shana. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Prakash. Hi, Farid. So thank you so much for joining us. And for those of you who just joined us, today's discussion is about how you can make money as a YouTube partner. Okay, and I have not made money yet on my YouTube account, so I wouldn't be the best person to actually give you this advice. But the guest speaker we have tonight is the person who has actually made money. So he knows the process. He's going to share with us part of his journey because he has an upcoming webinar with Spendless Academy where he will share more. But today we're going to touch on some questions that you've been dying to know about YouTube. Hey, hi Stephanus, thank you for joining. And Piyush says that she is planning to have an account on YouTube. Okay, thank you so much. And Winston says that he logs on YouTube maybe once or twice a week. Okay, hi, thank you so much for joining. Okay, so I've asked you whether you have a YouTube account. Now, the next question is, has anybody here start making money on YouTube? I want to know. Okay, and I'm sure it may not be your active income yet. It's probably maybe your side hustle or your passive income, but still, it's good income, right? When you can put out content. And if I'm not wrong, but later on we're gonna ask Dr. Rashid a bit more. But if I'm not wrong, the content that you put on LinkedIn and when it starts making you money, you're gonna make money forever. As long as the video is being watched by people over the next 10 years, that investment of time to produce that video sounds like a worth it investment. So people keep on watching, and who knows, you might retire in 10 years because you're earning a decent 4 5 digit figures from all the digital content you produce on YouTube. Okay, and Winston is again. So a lot of people have been saying that they want to start their account. So definitely this is going to be an interesting topic of discussion. So everybody, I'm going to leave you for a second because we're going to officially kick off today's conversation. So I'm going to play the countdown just to make it a little bit more grand. And then I'll see you back. I'll see you back shortly for sure. So if you have any questions, remember, feel free to save them and type it later in the comment section. And I'm pretty sure that our guest today will be excited to help you wherever possible. All right, everybody, I'll see you soon. So, hi everyone, welcome back to another session of LinkedIn Live with me. I've kicked off some warm conversation with those who has managed to join us tonight. And thank you so much for joining this conversation, wanting to learn more about YouTube and appreciating my hosting on LinkedIn Live. Now, today we have a guest speaker who's joining us to chat more about his journey on how he started his YouTube account and actually make money. And that's the interesting part about it, the second part of my sentence. He actually made money. So if we know the steps, especially from someone who's been there and done that, this is definitely going to be interesting. Now, before we invite him on stage, I'm going to read a little bit about his bio. He's actually one of the experts we have on spendlessacademy.com. So for those of you who doesn't know yet, I'm the CEO of SpendlessAcademy.com, and I built this educational platform to connect coaches, trainers, experts from all over the world to you. As long as you're willing to learn, there's new topics you want to upgrade yourself, you want to learn new knowledge, you want to globally connect. This is the platform to be, where all the coaches run 1 hour free webinars and they basically share everything they know, including their wisdom, experiences, and knowledge. So for today's guest speaker, we have Dr. Abdul Rashid, and he is an exceptional public speaking talent with a mission to motivate humanity for a better world. He's an experienced lecturer at Civil Engineering Department, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Nigeria. Now, currently a postdoctoral research scientist at UTP. Now, he's published more than 20 research papers, 1 patent filed, won 6 academic research grants, and he has participated in more than 10 international exhibitions and won medals with a gold medal from the International Invention, Innovation and Technology Exhibition ITEX, and a winner of Shell's Malaysia's Best Video Speech. Now, he represented UTP as a delegate to the 10th University Scholars Leadership Symposium and organized by Humanitarian Affairs Asia, and he has earned a Certificate of Knowledge in Leadership by the African Leadership Institute. Okay, I do feel a little bit intimidated by how strong the credentials of Dr. Abdul Rashid. So the more that I feel very much honored to host him, and the more we all should be thankful that we're getting some knowledge and information out of him for a trending topic about YouTube. So without further ado, everybody, let's welcome Dr. Rashid to the screen. Hi, how are you, Dr. Rashid?
Hi, Lisa. Nice to meet you. Hello, guys.
Nice. Hi, everybody. Exactly. So everyone's excited. They've been answering my questions, and obviously they want to know your sort of secret on how you do YouTube. But before that, Dr. Rashid, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about yourself and your area of expertise.
Thank you so much, Lisa, for another opportunity again, because you invited me to Spendless for another panel discussion earlier on. So I count this as a very big privilege when you invited me the second time. So you've said all about me through the introduction. Um, Basically, I'm a Nigerian, so I am a university lecturer. I teach and I make research. But then I have passion for public motivational speaking, which means I share tips and tricks. I focus specifically on how to deliver effective speech and presentations to your audience. I go on sharing different kind of skills on how to eliminate stage fright and how to build confidence on stage. Things like that. Soft skills. I go on sharing different kind of things that have to do with how to be different, how to think not only outside the box but beyond the box, because I'm trying to kind of break a barrier of the way we used to perceive academicians and researchers. We do one thing, which is academics and research, but I have passion for public speaking and sharing of skills, and all the necessary skills that I have, I'm willing to share with the people. So that's about me, and that's what I do. I'm the founder of Epic Mentorship, and I use that as a platform to engage with my audience, to share my tips and tricks. I do lots of blogging recently, and I've been on YouTube for the past 2 years.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And one of the things you specialize in helping people with public speaking, for, when they do presentation, I think it's a very important skill to have, especially right now, whether you're a digital space or even presenting to your bosses in a conference room. I think when you have confidence and you know how to do proper presentation, can really help you go far, especially on YouTube as well, because that is also about presentation properly. So, Dr. Rashid, we want to talk more about YouTube already. So, in your professional opinion, okay, would you recommend others to start their journey with YouTube right now? And how hard or easy was it for you when you got started?
Wow. Yeah, YouTube, actually, I would recommend everyone to start. It just came in just barely about 16 years ago, 2005. And I would recommend anyone who has anything to share, be it of any kind, anything of value that you can share with your audience. You just have to define, why do you want to join YouTube? So at the beginning, you have to ask yourself the question: to what end am I joining YouTube? Am I going for just entertainment, or am I going as a content creator? I want to create content, or am I going there to learn about other people's skills? Okay, or am I going to put out something? Maybe, for example, in my own case, when I said to myself that I have been downloading quite a lot of things from people, it's time for me to start uploading content as well. So it all boils down to you. Are you going there to build your personal brand? Are you going there to generate revenue for your company, for your business? Are you going there to create more sales? Because YouTube is actually quite huge. It's just recently introduced, but it's the second most visited website in the world, just next to Google. YouTube has more than a billion users every month. And these users will give YouTube more than a billion watch hours every single day. And creators like me and others, we create content worth 500 hours per minute. So you can see the traffic. And in businesses, what we target is traffic. What we are targeting is traffic. If you have an idea, if you have a business, YouTube is a cool place where you can sell your products and services. So it all boils down to you. Why do you want to go to YouTube? Is the first thing you should ask yourself. And once you get that ironed out, YouTube is the place for many. In terms of revenue, you generate very huge revenue. If you want to move traffic from your YouTube channel even to your website, you can do that very easily, because I do that. I do blogging. So a lot of my videos, I used to put some of the links maybe to some of the useful content for viewers to click, and then you get to my website or my blog to have access to the valuable materials. For example, I share maybe how to download and install a given software, but then I just have to put the link I have to upload the software, for example, in my Google Drive. Then I ask users to check in the description. You find a link which you can click and it will get you to the software. But then you have to pass through my website. So that is used as a source of traffic to my website as well. So it all depends. If it's business, YouTube is the best place, one of the best places. And it just I have to go. Okay. So you just itemize, but I recommend everyone to go into YouTube, regardless of whether you think you're a professional at this stage or not, because YouTube is free for all. You can start at any time. It doesn't have to have, you don't have to have a specific skill to say, yes, I have to reach this level. I have to finish university, or I have to finish my first degree, or I have to have a PhD before I qualify to upload content on YouTube. No, you can start at any time. And whether it is easy or difficult for me, at the start, actually, it was just like a fun. I was taking it as a passion, just as a second means to reach out to the audience. I was just playing around with it. I wasn't even showing my face because I was shy that time. I was just using cartoon animation and I was just using it to perfect my English. But then later, when I realized that, yeah, this is something different. I realized people follow, people watch, people subscribed. Then I now had to fall back and reiterate my strategies and ask myself, maybe this is a very good and fantastic platform for you to build your brand. You can start there. You can actually connect this to your blogging. Then I got to, get interest into it. And some of my students also, when I teach in UTP, some of the content I gave to them in the class, I used to make a video about it, especially during the COVID-19 situation. I make videos, then I share with them. Then I direct them to my channel to go and watch it. Then we have 1 or 2 hours to discuss problems. And I find that very helpful. And it helped me to drive small traffic to YouTube. So that was my start. But then what kept me going on YouTube actually was a quote I read from Robert Frost when he said that, you know, when he was walking in the woods, he noticed that the road diverged into two. And he looked at both of them. One was lightly walked on by people, and the other one was less walked by people. And he decided to follow the one less followed by people, and it made all the difference. So in my own case, academicians, researchers, lecturers like me are known to concentrate on only lecturing or academic related things. It's kind of look weird for you to do something else. And I want to give something else a try because um, taking the road that is not being followed by many could bring that difference that I might need. Because where I come from, nobody YouTube. So I find it quite interesting. At the beginning, it was kind of like a passion, but later on, it becomes very, very much interesting, and it's still getting much more interesting. And I recommend it to anyone who has skills. Even if you don't have skills, you can learn skills and teach them. You can learn skills from other professionals and teach directly. So you just need to have some time for yourself, define what you want to achieve, how much time you want to achieve what you want to achieve, and then get going. I hope that answered your question.
No, that definitely does. And that's what we want to hear, your personal experience. Because definitely, if you're doing this for the first time, maybe, people are a bit doubtful that they can make it. They're afraid that maybe nobody will appreciate them. But this is the road less traveled. So it's putting you in an uncomfortable position. But that's where you can explore whether it could be something that you like to do. And in the beginning, like you say, you do it for fun, as a hobby. But then, of course, if it does transact some money, it becomes a business. Okay. And then it is also becomes a learning curve for you to learn more and how to do better. So the more you do at the things you're not good at, that's the chance where you can actually do better. And like you said, we don't have to think so hard because we could be teaching anything that we're passionate about, things we like to listen, things we like to advocate for, things that is close to our hearts. And there's a lot of different content on YouTube that doesn't necessarily have to be business, professional, degree related, or academic related. It can also be something fun and interesting, a skill that you have, and that there will be people, which is your right target audience, that will specifically enjoy your video. So don't feel that maybe 1,000 people don't like it, but what if 1,000 people will like it? Because like you said, YouTube has 1 billion users and 1 billion hours on a daily basis. So the market, guys, is super huge, okay? So not to worry that no one will actually appreciate your content. Going on to the next question, Dr. Abdul Rashid. So what are some of the strategies that you can share about YouTube marketing from your experience? You mentioned a little bit just now about traffic flow. So we can always divert traffic from other platforms to our YouTube channel to gain subscribers, or the other way around, from YouTube to our website to get traffic to our website. Is there any one or two strategies you can share as well when you want to market your YouTube channel?
Yeah, for my own case, I mostly go into affiliate marketing. So for example, I'm an Amazon associate. I joined the Amazon affiliate program, and which means I have my platform to check out Amazon products. And for example, if I see any product, maybe if I make a video, I can select some of the products, some of the devices I use. I can get the links from Amazon, and I can put it in the description of my videos, and I can keep it. Maybe I can make a mention during the video to check out in the description for this kind of product. If you want to make videos like this, it's also one source of marketing, because when one clicks on that link and gets to Amazon and eventually buys something, it doesn't have to be that product. Maybe a camera. He
Oh,
clicks to see what kind of camera. If it gets you to Amazon, you don't have to buy that particular product. If you buy any product, as far as it is through my affiliate link that you get to Amazon, I will get commission for anything you buy from Amazon. So I find that quite interesting, and I I I make a call sometimes during the video. You can make that call. You can just introduce at the beginning, you can, direct your followers to check out, or within the middle, you can pause the video. You can direct them to check out, or at the end, you can make a call out. And a second example could be that, for example, I joined Skillshare. Skillshare is also a very good platform where you can share your skills, and you get paid also monthly. And it's even quite faster than YouTube, because it takes time for you to make money in YouTube. But Skillshare is kind of immediate once you have the content and you have the views. So whenever there are some cases, some of my videos that got sponsored by Skillshare, so I will make the announcement at the beginning that this video is sponsored by Skillshare. Then I will talk about Skillshare, what they do, what they offer. And if you want to know more about Skillshare, I give the link in the description. So you can click on the link, and once you sign up to Skillshare, I get $10. You see? So this is just basically how to bring in your products and services. For example, you redirect your followers, your viewers to something different. Maybe during the video, at the beginning, at the middle, or towards the end, or even at the description. Once they are reading about this video, they can see a link. Oh, these are some of the products I'm advertising. And once you click, I get paid. So YouTube actually on its own is a very big platform where you can generate consistent passive income to yourself. But then the income doesn't actually come from YouTube alone. It comes from series of sources. If you know what you're doing and if you know how the algorithm works, you can bring in different kind of links. You can associate yourself with different kind of websites that sell products and services. You can bring it up and then advertise and then put it on your videos, and your viewers, your followers can just get there and you get paid. So in terms of your business, you just have to sit back, itemize what you want, how much traffic you want, because regardless of how much traffic you want, YouTube has it. So it all boils down to how do you position yourself? How do you display that particular business or services? How do you convince those people to get back to you? For example, in your Spendless Academy, you can promote it on YouTube very easily and you get followers. Just ascribe it, just connect it to, and whatever seminar that is coming up, at the end of every video, maybe you do 1 or 2 videos a month or a day or a week. You can just ask the followers, this is an upcoming webinar. We'll have an upcoming webinar. If you want to check for more webinars, please check out in the description. I put a bunch of links and you can get there. And you can also bring in different kind of affiliates who partner with you, and they can as well gain those kind of links that when they are presenting or delivering or selling something on YouTube, they can easily tell viewers or followers to check out about Spendless Academy and drive some more traffic to your website. So basically, it is fantastic. The experience is huge. It's a completely different experience for me. And to be frank with you, Lisa, I'm enjoying it.
I can see it. We can feel it from you. Okay, I'm bought over already. I'm sold, guys. Okay, so I'm on YouTube. I didn't know what to do, so I put out some content, Dr. Rashid, but there's nothing much. I don't know anything much about affiliate marketing. I wasn't spending a lot of time, but it's nice to hear that, okay, I can actually partner with other companies outside YouTube instead of just making money on YouTube. And Amazon's a big company, Skillshare is a big company. And, as long as the video is up and running for the next 5 years, every time somebody click in the next 5 years from my video, I'm making $10 every time. So it's kind of really worth it. And now I start to see it differently from what you share. And for everybody out there, there is also a 1 hour webinar coming up, which we're going to talk about it a bit later on Spendless Academy, that I'm sure, Dr. Abdul Rashid is going to share even more information about how you can really thrive with your YouTube presence. But now coming to the bonus question, which everyone is waiting, is how do we become a partner with YouTube and what are the benefits in doing so?
Okay. Actually, to become a partner with YouTube, it's very easy. Just be a content creator and just create content. And the basic criteria is that you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers. So whatever content you dish out, you have to have 1,000 subscribers. That's the first criteria. And the second criteria is you have to have 4,000 public watch hours. 4,000 public watch hours, including watch hours from you, because YouTube doesn't count that, excluding watch hours from you, because YouTube doesn't count you, because once you're logging in your account, YouTube has an algorithm that can check your activities. So when you watch your own video, it's not counted. And excluding views that you get from promotions. We have YouTube promotions where you can pay and they will promote, the algorithm will boost your view and show it to everyone, to different kind of people, depending on how you specify your campaign and all that. So excluding all that. So public watch hours, 4,000. Subscribers, just 1,000. But I must be frank and specific with you. Subscribers gaining 1,000 could be difficult a little bit, but with consistency, if you realize your main mission and you're consistently uploading content, it doesn't matter how long. Okay, it just have to be consistent. If you're doing one video a month, be consistent. If you're doing one video a week or one video a day or 5 videos in a day, just be consistent. Once you get 1,000 subscribers, YouTube is going to send you a message acknowledging and appreciating you for being part of the platform. But then they will still give you the hint that this is the second stage. You have to get the 4,000 watch hours. And the funniest thing about the 4,000 watch hours is it has to be within the last 365 days. So if I want to count my public watch hours from today, I have to count from today 365 days backwards. Okay? So if you have other watch hours after 365 days, it's not going to be counted. So YouTube did this just so that we can have people who are committed and who are consistently uploading content, who have even a defined focus on why they are on the platform and why they stay resilient to producing content on YouTube. So these are just the basic criteria. Have 1,000 subscribers and have 4,000 public watch hours. And YouTube is going to send you a huge congratulatory message and welcome you to join the YouTube Partnership Program. Now, the benefits you stand to gain is that the first is you can monetize all your videos, all of them. You can monetize all your videos, and this is where YouTube generates the revenue. You see, YouTube doesn't pay you directly. It is companies that pay you because they run ads on YouTube. Do you understand that YouTube got the traffic, got the views, got the users, so they send in ads, and YouTube now, with your permission, of course, they'll put the ads as viewers are watching your videos. If you look, these are within your videos, maybe you're watching YouTube videos. At the beginning, you may see an ad running that you cannot skip. Someone is getting money from there. Someone like me. Sometimes you can see ads at the beginning, sometimes you can see ads distributed even within a very within video, and sometimes at the end of the video. Sometimes you can even see it just below the video, before the title, you see some ads, and even sometimes within the by the side of the video. So anytime someone watches that ad for a very few seconds, someone is getting paid from that. So what happens is there's a revenue sharing between the content creator and YouTube. It used to be, I think, about 64 to 36% or thereabout. I don't know. YouTube take less, but you take more. 54 thereabout. I'm not sure. So you take, that's how your revenue comes, and YouTube pays consistently every single month. Every single month. So the key strategy to have here is you have a value, something of value, a skill, a content that you think you can share with people free of charge. It's free at the beginning, but it's not free.
Or it's not
That's
free forever. Yeah.
It's not free. It's not free forever. At the beginning, I was just dishing out content, and later on, I realized that yeah, you have to get this watch hour. Then I realized, oh, so what if after I get the watch hours, all the videos I've made will they just be neglected or forgotten? Then I read that no, everything from that point, everything, all your videos, you can monetize them, and you can have the opportunity to put in content, to put in the ads. You decide how they put the ads. They will study your channel. They will know what kind of channel is it. Is it about education? Is it about entertainment? Is it about how to make money online? Is it all these categories have different kind of payments and have different kind of ads that run on them. So they have to study the channel, then decide what kind of ads you send to your channel. It's just like the normal blogging. When you blog, in your blogging site, you see ads, the AdSense, Google, they put in the ads around, and when people mistakenly or knowingly click on that ad, someone is getting paid. Someone like me is getting paid. So it's something with YouTube. They put in content, and now recently YouTube has introduced the YouTube Shorts. I think the viewers have to know about YouTube Shorts. They just
Oh no, I'm afraid we lost him. I was in the middle of that conversation. Let's
less
just
than a
wait for a
minute
few
video, just
seconds.
1 minute or less video. Yeah,
Okay, you're back.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Sorry. So am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Yeah, so YouTube Shorts actually is another different strategy that is being brought in by YouTube just to mimic um, TikTok. TikTok now is booming in terms of crowd and followers and traffic. So YouTube Shorts actually is another. TikTok now is posing as a big challenge to YouTube because they are getting more crowd, more
Yeah.
traffic, people move. So YouTube now made a way that people can now upload shorts. Okay, so once you just make a content less than 1 minute, upload it on YouTube and just tag it in the description. Whatever description you give it, just put the hashtag shorts. And shorts, YouTube shorts usually get a lot of views also. The algorithm also favors shorts. So if you are making shorts, also YouTube pay you for making shorts, even without reaching the 1,000 subscribers, even without
Wow.
reaching the 4,000 watch hours. So you just have to learn and explore about YouTube Shorts, and you can start dishing out contents as regards that. Because now the biggest challenge is how can YouTube stay relevant with platforms like TikTok and even the Instagram Reels and all that. It's really, really taking some people away from from YouTube, even though they are somehow interconnected. But YouTube wants to keep the viewers on the platform for quite some time. That's why they're introducing the YouTube Shorts, and it's really, really, really a very, very nice thing to try. And I would
It
recommend you.
definitely it because the time is short. Because I think TikTok, the reason why it's popular is because people don't need to spend a lot of time to produce content. Like because on YouTube, honestly, I think I overthink too much. Okay, so Dr. Rashid, sometimes I think, oh, what should I say in 10 minutes? Would it be 10 minutes? Would it be 8 minutes? And that's where all the stress is. In case you stumble on the words, you forget your points. But now, if you only have 1 minute to say something, there's no pressure. The pressure is really low, and you just say what comes to mind, your thought, or your opinion, or your one tip to do business. And I think I want to do that and find out more about that one as well. So
And the
coming to the
biggest,
last,
the biggest,
yes, go
the
ahead.
biggest tip I want to share here today
Mm-hmm.
is that you don't have to worry about the quality at the beginning of your journey in YouTube. Just be mindful about the content. Just dish out content. The algorithm has a way to just starting uploading 10, 20 videos, it will not look at you. You just be uploading content. Before you start receiving some attention from that algorithm, you have to upload at least 100 videos. Then they will start knowing, oh, who is this guy? Why did he upload so recently, so consistently? Then the algorithm will start favoring your content. And depending on whether the content are engaging or not, people like, people share, people comment, and you respond, it all adds value to your content. And then they will use it positively for you and share your content to the people. So at the beginning, don't worry much about quality. Be worried about quantity. Just be dishing out content. As you are dishing out consistently, you will be identifying your mistakes and you'll be upgrading and adjusting them accordingly. That's
Yeah.
just the biggest strategy. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it 100%. You don't have to get everything intact at the beginning. No. The big letter word is start before you are ready.
How many videos do you have, Dr. Rashid? What's your YouTube channel, and how many videos have you dished out so far? Since when? What year did you start?
I think I started in January 2019, and till now I've published about 300 videos. Not much.
Wow.
But I have my target. You know, the content, I have my target before the end of the year. I want to get it to 500. And at the first quarter of the year, I want to get it to 1,000. Now I'm running massive campaign because after you get into the partnership program, then you have to learn about YouTube campaigning as well and how that algorithm can work in your favor. So that's what I'm doing right now. But the money is consistent, and it's cool, and it's passive, and it's enjoying its heartwarming.
Yes, and the money is in US dollar, so it's a it's a very good business to be part of. And YouTube, I think it's a very big investment company, so I think it's going to be along for a long time. And I also heard that there are many millionaires from digital content curators on YouTube alone. So YouTube has produced so many millionaires, and who knows, we might just be the next one in the next 5 years if we take this journey seriously. So, Dr. Abdurrashid, one last question, because I know you have an upcoming webinar on Academy. So, we hope that you can share a little bit about what people can expect. I'm just going to put it on the screen right now. So, for those of you who want to sign up, don't forget to sign up on the 4th of December at 5 o'clock Singapore time on how to become a YouTube partner, where you get more details on marketing, getting started with Dr. Abdul Rashid. Could you share with us more of what the audience can expect that day?
So that day, actually, I plan to carry out maybe a general overview of why you should join YouTube, what are the benefits, just to get you started, and then share with you my journey, how I made videos, and even share maybe some tips and tricks on how I make so much videos and how I build out my content, how I craft my video content, and how I even what software, what kind of tools I use to make my videos. I'll go straight to share huge tips and tricks on how to optimize the content. You know, the way you do SEO in blogging in your website so that you can rank high on Google, there's also SEO on YouTube, so that you can rank higher on YouTube and even on Google search, because when you are searched on Google from your YouTube, videos can appear as well. So you can rank higher. I will share with you some of the key um, platforms that I use to get more views from them by helping me to optimize my content, because there are some keywords that are trending on the internet. Okay, so those software or those platforms will help you to identify those keywords, and from those keywords will give you an idea of what should be your next video. When you make videos around that keywords, you are certain that you're going to get more views, because people search a lot, quite a lot, as regards those content. So I'll share with you some of the about two of those platforms that I use, and they've been greatly helping me to optimize my content as regards YouTube views, subscribers, and so much more. So tips and tricks about how I make videos, tips and tricks about how you can succeed on YouTube, tips and tricks about even how you can bring in your affiliate marketing links and paste them into YouTube videos, the description, something like that. So you expect quite much, my whole journey on YouTube, what are the benefits, and what do you stand to gain if you join YouTube. So join me on that December 4th, so that we can discuss more on this, and you have a different perspective to the way you look at YouTube. Maybe you look at it as just an entertainment stage. You just go there to watch films, to watch movies, to just watch cartoons, or to watch fun things, or to do some research, or to learn about skills. If you have a problem, you just run to YouTube, how to do this, to start thinking twice, to ask yourself, is it worth it to continue downloading other people's content, or to start uploading other people and my own content, so people will learn also from me? Enough of the learning from outside, from people. I want to learn, I want to teach something also, so that people can learn from me. I want to build my own brand, so that people, when they put in my name, this become me. So the perspective will be different if you join me on December 4th.
Thank you so much for elaborating on that. And already sounds interesting, as you guys can see from how intense I'm paying attention, because I have a YouTube channel that's abandoned. So I want to learn the tips and tricks as well, because I don't want to do strategies that doesn't bring me fast results. So I want to know what Dr. Abdul Rashid has been doing. And maybe if we're lucky, he's going to share with us as well how his income has grown exponentially over the last 3 years during the session. So if you're an Academy user, go on, you sign up, log on your user account and book for a seat during this webinar. And a lot of people has already signed up already. So I hope to see you at the webinar as well. So Dr. Abdul Rashid, this is concluding our interview today, and it's such an insightful discussion because I know things that I didn't know before, and especially I'm excited to learn more as well. And I think this is life-changing, because if I do very well, for example, based on what you teach and share with us, then imagine that I also get to earn quite good income, and this could be long-term passive income, because as long as our videos are running, even if we stop creating content 10 years from now, but as long as our videos are still running, we have a chance of making money via the links with the corporate partners or by advertisers on YouTube. So thank you so much, Dr. Abdul Rashid, again for your time. And please leave in a comment later your YouTube link, so all of us can also subscribe to you. And for everyone else, if you have a YouTube channel, please leave me in the comment section as well, because I want to check out your YouTube channel. So thank you again, Dr. Abdul Rashid.
Thank you. Nice to meet you once again. And thank you to the listeners and viewers. Thank you for the opportunity, and see you around.
Yeah, see you guys. Bye.